Dwi'n falch wedi bod yn Sir Benfro dros y dyddiau diwetha yn cwrdd â pobl arbennig iawn sydd yn dod ar ddeddf i fyw. Cwrdd â pobl sydd yn deall sut i fod yn gyfrifol ar lefel fyd-eang, pobl ifanc sydd yn deall pwysigrwydd masnach deg, a dwi'n falch i fod yma yn Ysgol Hafan y Môr wrth i nhw gyfnewid yr ysgol gyntaf yn Sir Benfro i gyfnewid i gwisg ysgol masnach deg.
Having looked at the school uniforms available and our sort of drive locally for a more sustainable world, I think it fits in nicely with what we believe as a school. It gives us an opportunity to help other communities around the world, and it also gives the children an opportunity to be proud of their environment and their locality and feel that they're doing something positive for the world around them, really.
We think it's very important as a business to not only try and sell fair trade uniform around the country to schools and colleges and universities and businesses, but also that the students in schools understand why the school has made an ethical clothing choice. And that's a very integral part of our business, is not only to try and sell more fair trade cotton uniform, but that the students, when they're wearing the fair trade uniform, understand what that fair trade mark actually means.
Today I've learned that not everyone's life is perfect, and fair trade helps the poor families and their communities.
We're thinking of making a presentation for the whole school to show them what fair trade does and helps people that live in India and Africa.
I've learnt about cotton and the way they make and the way they use cotton.
Dyw e ddim yn cymryd lot i wneud hynny. Chimod, dyw'r gwisg ysgol yma ddim yn mynd i dorri'r banc. Chimod, fel oedd i blynydde yn ôl, pobl yn meddwl, os ni'n prynu pethau masnach deg, mae'n mynd i gosti ffortiwn. A i raddau oedd, chimod, a dwi'n deall bod hwnna'n broblem i rai teuluoedd, achos mae arian yn dyn gyda popeth sy'n digwydd yn Mhryden ar y funud, mae arian yn dyn a mae'n mynd yn dynach yn enwedig i ysgolion ac i ysbytai a peth eraill fel ni, yn dyfe, ond rhywbeth bach yw hwn sydd gall wneud gwahaniaeth mawr.
It makes me feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
It makes me feel like I'm helping people that have a bad life, that work just to make other people get what they want.
I feel very happy that I have a fair trade uniform because for one reason they're very soft and also it's helping people who need money.
Fy'n neud fi teimlo yn really hapus oherwydd mae ffermwyr o fferm fel Africa yn cael pris teg i wneud y bywyd nhw yn bywyd iach.
I think if schools are considering moving towards sustainable and fair trade clothing, I think it's something they need to look at on an ethical level. Obviously there are going to be a slight increase in costs, but they need to weigh that up against what they can do for the environment, what they can do for people in other countries, and to build upon what is going to be the new curriculum and being global citizens. So I think it's a really positive thing for them to do for themselves and their children, and it will show the children in their school that they're behind them in creating a future for future generations.
I look forward to every school in Wales switching their cotton uniform to fair trade, showing how we can be globally responsible, and every public body following suit so we can be a true globally responsible nation.